Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, people. We are live again. We're talking about Liverpool Football Club. Another disaster of a weekend. When is it going to end, people? Is Mo Salah finished at the club? Arne Slot doesn't know. Is Arne Slot finished at the club? Probably not. But yeah, what do you think, people? What do you think? I mean, the interview was wrong. He shouldn't have done it. He's frustrated. Anybody see Jamie Carragher's reaction? I mean, he did not hold back. He did not hold back. Man United is on in the background. They're playing Wolves. It's not officially a watch along because, as you can see, no graphics and stuff. But we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully Wolves can do us a favour. But I doubt it. They're useless. Deadbeats is in the chat. The club won't fire Slot and Mo will play again for the club. Well, I hope Mo plays again for Liverpool. I really do. I really do. As far as Arne Slot is concerned, it's all about results. If he gets the results, okay. But it's just a mess at the moment. It's such a mess. It really is. What has happened? We were so optimistic at the start of the season. I mean, honestly. Dermot says Slot should be gone already and Kanate too. I'm after watching the goals again there Monday Night Football. Carragher went over them. He's absolutely horrendous, Kanate. His positional play is just horrendous. I mean, the first goal, we're talking about the penalty, but it's actually his positional play and the build-up to the goal was embarrassing. For an experienced international. I mean, honestly, people, it's just... For me, Joe Gomez needs to play tomorrow night instead of him. That's just my opinion. He needs to come out with a team. It's just not good enough anymore. Virgil van Dijk is not playing well, but he has zero help beside him. Carlos is back. Good evening to you, Carlos. Welcome to the chat. The group therapy session once again on a Monday night. We didn't have one last week because we beat West Ham. Liverpool actually won a game of football. Matthew's in the chat. And I tell you, tomorrow night against Inter Milan, it's not going to be good, people. It's not going to be good. I mean, they're second in the league. But yeah, I mean, it's just been such a disappointing season. It really has. As I say, I'm keeping an eye on the Man United match. It's not officially a watch along. But hopefully Wolves can do something. Christina's in the chat again. Policy is absolutely gutted the way this season has gone. I mean, if somebody had said that in December we'd be this bad, I would have laughed. Just absolutely horrendous. And there's no improvements. You know, this was happening the first game of the season, but we were getting away with it. But we're in December now, 15 games into the Premier League. You'd imagine the performances would be a bit better. The build-up would be a bit better. The defending would be a bit better, but no. It's the same thing every single week. The same thing, the same players. Carla says, I actually believe we will win against Milan, as I believe we will win the Champions League, but the league is over. As you know on this channel, people, I was so confident about us winning the Champions League. I said second half of the season we're going to see the proper Liverpool. But I'm just not seeing enough improvements. It's really disappointing season. I mean, look, I hope you're right, Carlos. As I say, I was super confident about the Champions League. But I just kept trying to convince myself that no, things are going to get good. But looking at them, it's just the same thing over and over again. Liverpool and Slot did nothing to Salah. He dropped him because he wasn't playing well. Paul says, I never thought I'd see Liverpool play so bad. I mean, did anybody really think that we were going to hold on to the 3-2 win against Leeds? I mean, did anybody really think? Because when there was 9 minutes injury time, I don't know where he got the 9 minutes from, but I think it was obvious Leeds were going to score. They just can't defend. They really can't. Do you think that the Salah slot situation can be resolved without one of them leaving? I think it can be. I think it can be. They're, put the two of them in a room and sort it out. Have a chat about it. So I do think it can be. But here's the thing. Let's say Mo Salah against Brighton. Let's say Arne Slot picks him. If Mo Salah does not play well, Arne Slot then has to drop him again. But the big problem, I said this in my last video, he's going to have to drop the likes of Konate and Gakpo. Or Mo Salah will get frustrated. Because I think that is what the big problem is. How is Cody Gakpo still playing in this team? How is Konate still playing in this team? Why is he not trying different things? Mo Salah sitting on the bench for 3 games in a row. Okay, that's fine. He hasn't played well enough. He came off the bench against PSV. No, sorry, against Sunderland in the league at half time. He was terrible. He was terrible. He didn't do anything. But again, as I said before, Cody Gakpo was taken off at half time in that game for Mo Salah. Cody Gakpo is the one who starts against Leeds. It's the little things like that. Arne Slot is not doing himself any favours. Then we need to drop Virgil, Konate, Gakpo, McAllister, Gravenberch and Kirkes. I actually agree with that. But then who do you play? Who do you play? Virgil is not playing well. Konate, absolutely terrible. Gakpo's been terrible. McAllister has been a shadow of himself. Gravenberch. If you never watched Liverpool last season and you said that player there was one of the best holding midfielders in the league, you'd laugh. I don't know what's happened to him. Kirkes, the same. If you had said he was the best left back in the Premier League last season, you're like, no way. What are you talking about? Alan says, I think Van Dijk needs to be replaced as captain. Far too casual. What do you reckon? He should be taking Konate aside and sorting them out. Yeah, this is a very good point because it doesn't seem like Man United are in. Good save. This is a very good point because there doesn't seem to be any repercussions for Konate's ridiculous decisions that he's making. Is anybody saying anything to him? You know, okay, you don't have to maybe call him out on the pitch, but we need a James Milner. We need a Jordan Henderson in there that's going to hold these players to account when these mistakes. Look, Konate didn't give away a penalty on purpose. We know that. But it's been mistake after mistake after mistake. Virgil van Dijk, either put the arm around him and have a chat with him or absolutely tear strips off him, whichever. But something needs to be done because it can't continue. It just can't. And like I say, I'm not saying Konate is doing this on purpose. He's not. But the captain needs to hold these players accountable for just poor displays, poor decisions. What happens if the players back Salah and we get hammered 5-0 by Inter? See, this is the problem. This is the problem. If Arne Slot loses the dressing room, this is this is actually realistic now. We could get actually hammered tomorrow night. And then Brighton, I was watching Brighton yesterday. Very good team. They actually didn't have a great game, but you could see the quality they have. And, I mean, if they play well on Saturday, we're in trouble, people. We are in trouble. But, yeah, if Arne Slot loses the dressing room, Arne Slot's going to have to go. But I don't want Liverpool to lose 5-0. But that could happen. Carla says, Soboslai captain for me. Look, it's amazing because last season, I don't think anybody would have been questioning Van Dijk as captain. First Dutch player to be captain to lift the Premier League. And now all of a sudden, he looks a shadow of himself. Derek says we need a new man. We need a new manager. Alonso is the man. I read today if Real Madrid lose, when are they playing, Wednesday night or tomorrow night, whenever it is. If they lose to Man City, he's gone. You just wonder, is the club keeping an eye on it? We'll have to wait and see. Dave says he looks like he's already lost the dressing room. See, yeah, that's a fair point too. But this crap defending was happening the start of the season. There's no way he lost the dressing room first few games of the season. We were getting away with it, but it's been happening all season long. It is getting worse. So yeah, I mean, I can't sit here and say he hasn't lost the dressing room, but it's not like the last 3-4 games. Gary says Slot has only lost one player. What if the pressure of the Salah situation is lifted tomorrow and the players play without that shadow? Well, look, we're going to find out. We're going to find out what happens tomorrow. I mean, I said after the West Ham game that Liverpool actually look better without Salah. So maybe, maybe. We'll have to see. Get Savvy in. Dave says they're watching what's happening at Madrid before they make a call on Salah. Well, see, it makes their job a little bit easier if you have Xavi Alonso available. If they're looking at him and thinking he'd be good at Liverpool, if all of a sudden he becomes available, then maybe they might think, okay, maybe now's the time to move. Maybe you have to move. Deadbeat Super Chat, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. I really think that Jota's passing has affected the team more than we all realise. It's a real shame, especially for the new signings. I mean, it has affected them. Of course it has. I think, I don't think we really understand how much it's affected them. It was absolutely devastating what happened. It really was. Absolutely devastating. But this is where, in my opinion, Arne Slot has got it wrong. Because if you look at, let's say, Federico Chiesa, for example, obviously he would have been devastated as well. It affected him as well. But it didn't really affect his performance on the pitch. But he still wasn't getting a game. And this is the problem. To me, this is where Arne Slot has got it wrong. It obviously did affect the players. Of course it did. It's still affecting them. But Arne Slot is still picking his favourites. He's still picking players that are just playing terrible. So for me, I think that's where the manager, in my opinion, probably got it wrong. But it was devastating what happened. Dave says, remember, Alonso has managed Wirtz and Frimpong. So he's not going in blind. That's a great point. Great point. And they won the league. And Florian Wirtz has struggled this season. He has struggled. And when Frimpong has played, he struggled as well. You're getting a manager that knows them like the back of his hand. He got the best out of them. They won trophies. They were successful. So we'll just have to wait and see. But here's the thing. If Liverpool were to go to Milan tomorrow night and win, I mean, things change slightly. Just watch this. Wolves are in. Corner for Wolves. Things change a little bit slightly because all of a sudden, Liverpool win without Mo Salah. Keep a winning team for Saturday. It's all about results. It's all about results. So tomorrow night is a big game. It's a big game. Ekatike, Isak and Chiesa should be front three. Szoboszlai, Jones and Wirtz midfield. Yeah, the reason that I would really like to see this is because it's different. It's something different. This is the problem with Arne Slot, in my opinion. It's been the same thing every single week. It's getting to the stage where we could pick the team. And that's why this is nothing against Mo Salah. I'm not blaming him for the bad form or anything. But when he dropped them against West Ham, I was like, okay, this is different. This is something different. And I think he just needs to try different things. Because what has he got to lose at this stage? Would you take Gerrard as interim manager? It's a great question. Great question. I was in two minds about this. When it came up first, I was like, no, not happening. No way. But the more I think about it, I think it could be a very shrewd move. It could get everybody just kind of back together. It'd be a feel-good factor for a while. Again, it's all about results. Carla says yes to Gerrard. Actually, that's a good question. Let's put that out there, people. Get into the comments, let me know. Yes or no for Gerrard? At this moment in time, I'm actually going to say yeah. Okay. Steven Gerrard get in there. Just an interim. We'll see how it goes. But I think it would definitely bring everybody together, the fans, players. But the big question is, how would the players respond to him? Andrew says, Gerrard has a very boring style. Won't be exciting, but will be very structured and balanced. Well, that's what Liverpool need at the moment. Structured and balanced. Gerrard would be like when Man United got Ollie. That's the big problem, you know. I miss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I really do. Michael says yes to Gerrard. Gary says no to Gerrard. Too much like Souness, and look what happened there. Sleep236 says Gerrard only for the season, regardless of how he does. Rather get Martin O'Neill. Derek says, Gerrard, are you mad? No. If he won a few games, the fans would want him to stay. No way. Yeah. I mean, if you have a choice between... This is the thing with Xabi Alonso. If he ends up getting sacked from Madrid, the club might make a move. Because if you know, the results continue as they are, and all of a sudden, Arne Slot just has to go, managers mightn't be available. Do you know who I would take? I was talking to a friend of mine about this today. I want to get your opinion on this, actually. What would you think of Cesc Fabregas? I think Fabregas could be the next big thing. Now, it might be a big step up for him at the moment. But I think Fabregas is going to be a really good manager in the future. I think it wouldn't be a bad show. As I say, it'd probably be a bit soon for him. But Cesc Fabregas, I think, is one to keep an eye on. I really do. I think he is going to be one for the future. Benjamin says, bit early. Yeah, but it probably is. Derek says, Alonso is the man. That's who they wanted before Slot. I don't even know if that's true, to be honest. I mean, Gary Neville was convinced that was true. Let's get the likes up, people. 116 people in the building. Let's make sure we hit the like button. Still 0-0 in the Man United match. Michael says maybe about Cesc Fabregas. Look, I think it's probably a bit soon for him, but I think he's going to be a quality manager. I really do. Dave says it would look a lot better than the ping-pong football we are playing under Slot. There's just so little control. Honestly, when Leeds scored the other night, it's like as if the players just panic. They don't know what to do. You know, get a bit of control. Okay, Kanate makes a mistake. It's a penalty. Leeds get back into the game. But control it. Control it. But no, they can't do it. I mean, everybody knew as soon as Leeds scored, that was it. It was going to be end to end, like a basketball match. Stevie G would make a good interim manager. I think he would turn things around. I'll tell you one thing, what an opportunity for him. What an opportunity for him, though. You know, there was a reason he turned down Rangers. I always thought that was a strange one. Because he was successful there before. No, they are an absolute mess. But at the moment, so are Liverpool. But it'd be an unbelievable opportunity for him. It could be the only chance he ever gets to manage Liverpool. But look, at the end of the day, people, at the end of the day, here's Cunha. At the end of the day, look, it's all about results. If Liverpool win tomorrow night, happy days. If they can beat Brighton on Saturday, happy days. But I just don't see Arne Slot turning this around. I really don't. It's just been the same thing over and over again. Stevie carried us for years. I take it in a heartbeat. Stevie time is now. Yeah, to me it would just be. Remember when Kenny Dalglish got the job when Roy Hodgson was sacked? It just bring everyone back together. I think it'd be a bit of a feel good kind of appointment. Unfortunately, I don't think he'd win us the Premier League or the Champions League. But as an interim, I don't think it'd be a bad idea. Do you think the Salah situation has actually given Slot more time? I do know if any other manager had record Slot had this season, he would have had his P45. 100% Dermot. 100%. Because I think the club now are looking at this and saying, we're not going to bow down to player power. Not a hope. I don't think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes really wanted to give Mo Salah a new contract. I think Salah, his performances last season is the reason he got one. He deserved one. But I don't think the club really wanted to give him one. And now because of this, they're not going to turn around and say, well, okay then, Mo, if you want the manager gone, we'll get rid of him. Don't worry. I think they're going to, if anything, they're going to kind of spite him. We're definitely not getting rid of Arne Slot now because of what you said. So it definitely has bought him more time, but then it's all about results. Get Heitinga back in and Van Bronckhorst out. That's very interesting because it was reading today. Don't know if it's true. I mean, it could be all rumours and, bullshit. But the players had a better relationship with Johnny Heitinga than they do with Arne Slot. Now, that probably is true because he was the assistant manager. He was the one who took the training. So maybe the players went to him before they went to the manager. But I've always thought assistant managers are a little bit overrated anyway. You go back to Alex Ferguson. How many assistant managers did he have that didn't do a thing? So, I don't know. But something has gone completely wrong with the way Liverpool are playing, with the way they're defending. Who is the set-piece coach, by the way? Because he is stealing a living. Okay, we want Arne Slot gone. But for me, the set-piece coach is the one first. Okay, I'd be happy to see he has left the building. Because it's been absolutely embarrassing. Liverpool chat here. Thank you very much, my friend. Can we fire Aaron Briggs, our set-piece coach? I mean, the man is stealing a living. It's absolutely embarrassing. There was a stat there came up on Sky Sports earlier. Liverpool have scored 2 goals in the Premier League from set pieces. That is, I think it was like 18th or something in the league. And defensively, we've conceded like 10, which is 18th, and we've only scored 2, which is like the 20th in the league. It's relegation team. That's a relegation team, and this man is supposed to be a set piece coach. What is he working on? Because whatever it is not working. You from Cork? No, I'm from Laois. County Laois. Don't have a Cork accent, do I? Dermot says, I think our players are too nice. We need more physicality, more nastiness. I hate not seeing Slot. I hate to seeing Slot and Kanate laughing afterwards. Yeah, what was that? That was after the Sunderland game, wasn't it? They're laughing and joking with the players. Yeah, that's a good... Jordan Henderson, James Milner. I don't think they'd be... hold the players accountable for their mistakes, for their poor performances. I don't think the players are doing that. This season is a total fail. So far. Not yet. Okay, not yet. We can turn it around. But I don't know if Arne Slot is going to be the one to do that. But we'll have to wait and see. Man United have scored. Bruno. That's them 2 points clear. Of us. Imagine they were top. Oh, jeez, I couldn't take that. I absolutely despise Manchester United. I'm not even joking. They annoy me. Oh, they're back now. They're back. Let me just have a look at this goal. What is that Wolves player doing? What is he doing? Oh, what is he doing? That's a free. What is he doing? That is terrible defending. Oh my days. What is he doing? First of all, it's the full-back, then it's the centre half, and then it's the goalkeeper. Honestly, people, this Man United team are 2 points above us. That should be a sackable offence straight away. Look at that for a shot. Honestly. Carlos agrees. We are seriously behind Man United and Everton. What the... Exactly. I mean, I was fully expecting Man United to win this game, but why do I do it to myself? I'm always thinking, you never know. You never know. Wolves could get something. Yeah. Michael agrees. Scum ahead of us is a joke. 2 points ahead of us now. This is the problem with Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. 2-0 up against Leeds. You're thinking, right, grand. And now we're 2 points behind United. Wolves defend like we do, a bad comedy. Jeez, I tell you, I don't think we're even that bad. I mean, that's not even championship defending. Just an absolute nightmare. Who's United playing next, actually? It's actually the Premier League season now has gone to the stage where I just want to finish above United. Who are they playing next? They're at home to Bournemouth. That's a tough one, actually. And then away to Villa. See, they're tough games for them. But because Liverpool are so bad, there could be 9 points clear of us by then. They're in again. Anyway. Liverpool chat says we better beat Wolves when we play them. Guarantee you. Wolves' first win of the season will be against Liverpool. Let's get our fixtures up here, people. Let's have a look. I remember I said before that Arne Slot had about 6 games, 5 or 6 games to save his job. So it was West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, and United are in again. Cleared off the line. Wide. It was Brighton, Spurs. Hold on there now. Where are we? Right, let me get this up for you. Right, Inter tomorrow night, obviously. Brighton at home, Spurs away. Oh, there's Wolves. That should be the Stevens' Day one, 27th of December. That'll be Wolves' first win of the season. Then we play Leeds again. Fulham and then Arsenal. I mean, even the Wolves game looks tough. That's a tough run. Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham, Arsenal. So I said he had about 5 or 6 games. So it was the West Ham one. No, it was Nottingham Forest. It was Nottingham Forest. Who did we play after Forest? There, yeah. PSV. Yeah, he's after messing this up altogether. We're in such a bad run. Where's the next win coming from, people? Where's the next good performance coming from? Honestly, our shiteness coincided with Heiting and leaving. Barry says we could get beat 5-0 no matter what tomorrow. At least we're confident for tomorrow night anyway. I like the confidence. Michael says we're in competition with the scum to see who finishes higher now. That to me is what the Premier League is about now this season. Just finish above United. Honestly. Like, they're having a great season. We're having one of the worst seasons ever. They're only 2 points ahead of us. Would you come to Liverpool if you were Mark Ahey? See, this is the problem as well. Because Mark Ahey was going to join Liverpool. He was going to join a team that was supposed to be dominating the Premier League. He was supposed to be joining a manager that was going to be there for years. And instead, he could be joining a team that we don't know how long the manager is going to be there. They're mid-table. Crystal Palace are fourth at the moment. I mean, as far as, unless there's something agreed, which I doubt, I don't think Liverpool get him. I really don't. Unless he's given him his word and he's a man of his word, I don't know. But I really don't know. So do we want... Alonso's under serious pressure at Madrid, there's a chance. Do we want Man City to actually beat Real Madrid for this? Because he's definitely getting sacked if they lose to Man City, which to me is actually crazy. I mean, they're what? Second in La Liga. It's his first season. It's only December. Like, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Michael says yes. Carla says yes. So we want Man City to win. I tell you, if he gets sacked, what day is that? Wednesday, whenever it is. Arne Slot is under serious pressure to beat Brighton. Serious pressure. Dave says the saddest thing is David Moyes is the best manager in Liverpool. That is terrible, isn't it? Absolutely shocking, people. Everton are 7th now. Liverpool are 10th. Man United are 6th. Jesus. Up to 6 they are. If Wolves weren't so shite. Moyes didn't win the league, to be fair. That's true. That's very true. Arne Slot did. There's only 2 managers in the Premier League that have won the Premier League, and that's Pep Guardiola and Arne Slot. No Chiesa for the Inter game. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did read that. Endo's out. Chiesa's out. Is Gakpo out? I read Gakpo was out. Obviously Salah. I'd say he'll go with Ekitike and Isak up front. We need speed on the wings. That's what we're missing. No pace at all. Whether that's from the fullbacks or from the actual, front three, if you like. I mean, Gakpo has no pace. Salah's legs are gone. He's not playing. Rio Ngamoa has pace, but he's not getting the game. So the fullbacks have to be the one to give the pace. But whenever they make an overlap and run, which isn't too often, they never get the ball. Glenn says Gakpo is out for a couple of weeks. Very interesting. Very interesting. Did you see Kara's thoughts on Mo? I did. He didn't hold back. He really didn't. Look, he was spot on everything he said. But you could tell by him he was fuming. Absolutely fuming he was. He was not happy at all. He made some good points as well. But like it just he made one good point I thought that was very, very interesting. He said it was very calculated from Salah. Like he's been dropped for 3 games in a row, and he waited until Liverpool got a bad result, a last minute equaliser, and then he goes and talks to the press. I thought it was a good point. I mean, I'm really disappointed with Salah for giving that interview. He went in hard, and Mo was watching. Mo Salah was definitely watching that. Definitely. But everything Jamie Carragher said was right. You can't be going to the press just because you're sitting on the bench for 3 games. Go to the manager. Speak to the manager about it. Even if you fall out with the manager, fine, but don't be going running to the press. It's obvious he's trying to get a move away. Mo is all for himself. Even Mane said it. Liverpool chat says Salah attacked the club. I can't accept that. Yeah, I think Salah's in the wrong. I really do. No matter what you think of Arne Slot. And I've said it before many, many times. I think Arne Slot needs to go because I don't see him getting this right. But Mo Salah was 100% wrong for doing that. 100%. Carl says, yeah, he loves Salah, but that was not on. We have enough problems. I mean, another player that you could say is Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson could come out and say, well, Kirkis is not playing well. I'm a legend in this club. I've done everything for this club. I've won everything. But he doesn't. Keeps his head down and goes about it the right way. What Mo Salah should be doing is have a conversation with the manager. But show him in training. Lead by example. Show the young players that that's what we need to do. Instead he's just sulking. Then he goes to the press. He should be one of the leaders. Obviously he's disappointed. He's frustrated. I mean, we're all frustrated. Especially when you see the likes of Gakpo playing and Kanate. But, he needs to be better than that. Salah played so poorly and deserves to be benched, but others need to be benched to keep fairness. Yeah, I agree with that. That's where the manager has got it wrong. The manager has got it wrong completely. He needs to stop picking his favourites. As I said earlier about Chiesa. Chiesa, whenever he's played, the man has given everything. He scored a few goals, got a few assists, and he does not get a start. Reward the players for, playing well. And then, you have to take the players off that aren't playing well. And that's where I think the manager's got it wrong. Christine says, Robbo isn't an arrogant man who thinks he's bigger than the club. No, Andy Robertson is a model professional. He really is. And I think Andy Robertson, when Kirkes was signed, I think he looked at that as a challenge, which is a good thing. He didn't sulk. He didn't go running to the press. And he got back into the team. And in my opinion, he should still be in the team. But Wolves are in. Wolves are out. Why do I get my hopes up whenever they get near the goal? Liverpool chat says, no, Chiesa and Sunderland beat us. Absolutely. And what happens? He doesn't get a game. He does not get a game. He probably saved Arne Slot's job. And then when Liverpool equalised against Sunderland, Chiesa celebrated Arne Slot. That's a professional. Like, if there's one man at the club that should be sulking and should be going to the press, not that I'm saying that's allowed, but you know what I mean? It should be Chiesa, but instead, model professional. And here you have a legend running to the press just because he was dropped for 3 games. Do you ever think we need a few dogs in this team like Hendo and Milner? They were real bosses. Yes, the lack of leadership. Lack of leadership, people. Lack of accountability. Maybe the stars are aligning for Alonso and Liverpool. Yep. If Xavi Alonso is available, that might force the hand of the club. Because I think when Jurgen Klopp was available, Brendan Rodgers, they had to make the decision. Look, I'm not saying that they were going to give him more time or anything, but when a manager like that is available and you think he could be the one, he could do the job, you just have to make that move. But it all depends on results. If Arne Slot can get this team winning, then things hopefully can change. But I'm probably a bit deluded. Maybe I should be on AFTV or something, but because I think I keep expecting this team to show up and start playing. Dave says, Jesus, how bad are Wolves? Oh, don't get me started. Honestly. Fucking hell. They drive me up the wall. But wait till you see now Wolves in, when is it? About 3 weeks. Play Liverpool. Prime Barcelona. Prime Barcelona. Michael says Mo looked happy in training. Well, see, Mo Salah is a very, very intelligent man. And Mo Salah would have known that everybody would have been taking pictures of him today. Salah is not the problem. No, he's not the problem. And when he says that the club have thrown him under the bus, Liverpool fans are not stupid. Nobody is saying, take Mo Salah out of that team and then all the problems are solved. Nobody was saying that. We were saying he needs to come out of the team because he wasn't playing well. And the likes of Chiesa, who was playing well, give him a chance. But nobody was saying, oh no, that's it then. Once we get Mo Salah out, that's it. Nobody was saying that. I don't know what he meant by they're throwing him under the bus. They're not. He wasn't playing well. As I keep saying, the manager, he got it wrong because he keeps playing his favourites. Carl says we beat Wolves. They are terrible. Have you seen us this season? No, we should anyway, but Jesus. Every single game is such a struggle. Every single game. I'm going to do a watch along as well tomorrow night, people, so hopefully you can join me for that. Mo didn't sound intelligent in that interview. It was calculated, my man. Calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's all about getting a move to Saudi, or it's putting pressure on the manager, maybe getting the manager sacked. But it was calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. Vic is in the chat. Sorry I'm late, I had an exam. Is Salah just complaining about being benched, or is there something else? I think he probably wants out. Or he wants the manager sacked. Yeah, seen that. Joseph said Paddy Power had Klopp 2-1, Alonso 6-1. I don't think Klopp comes back. I really don't. I mean, can you imagine if he did? Wow. I don't think he does. I mean, the man looks 10 years younger. I don't think he wants the hassle anymore. I think he's enjoying what he's doing now. It's more relaxing. Carragher pointing out when Mo didn't roll the ball to Wirtz versus Frankfurt was good. Showed his ego as number one. Yeah. Jamie Carragher said that he wanted to criticise him, but he didn't. He held back. But the fact that Salah didn't pass it to Wirtz when Wirtz was desperate for a goal. And it was a good point. It was. Because if Salah had scored that chance, okay, look, the man is a machine, we'll say. Oh, he's just a natural goal scorer. But there was a bigger picture there. You know, give the ball to Wirtz. We were winning 5-1 or whatever it was at the time. You know, help out your teammates was Carragher's message to him. But it's all about Mo. I was really disappointed with him. Tommy says if Konate starts again tomorrow, I'm done. He will. Don't you worry about that. He will definitely start. I'd start Joe Gomez tomorrow. I really would. Virgil and Joe Gomez. I mean, that's the partnership that pretty much won us the Premier League back in 2020. But I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked. Is that a goal? That's a goal for Wolves. Get in, boys. Yes. Unfortunately, Man United will probably still win in the second half. But that's Wolves' first goal in 5 games. Yes, Wolves. Get in, lads. Can you imagine if Wolves bet them? Oh, lads, please. Please. Carlos agrees with Gomez. Yeah, play Gomez alongside Van Dijk. Brilliant. Carlos happy Wolves scored. Michael is happy. 1-1. Look, United will probably still win the game because Wolves are absolutely shocking. It was the first goal they've scored, I think, in 5 games. Let me have a look at it. Who is marking him? Look, nobody looks over the shoulder. Bruno again. Bruno. He is useless. And then he blames someone else. That'll do. That'll do. At least we've got 15 minutes half time now to relax. Come on, Wolves. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. You're at home. It'd just be so funny though, wouldn't it? Man United with a perfect opportunity to go ahead of us. Wolves fans look stunned. They've actually scored a goal. Half time there now. Wolves have gone to the dogs. Oh, jeez. Remember when Nuno was over them? I absolutely dreaded when Liverpool went there. I actually think Liverpool had a great record there. Jurgen Klopp, I don't think he lost the game there, did he? Oh, he might have done actually when, remember the season we finished 5th. But when we were competing for league titles, Wolves was always a tough game, but we always came through it. Remember Adama Traore used to absolutely destroy us. Can you say your honest opinion about the current problem? Midfield. The midfield and set pieces. The midfield is absolutely horrendous. They're not protecting the centre-backs. They're not winning the ball back. They're not... This build-up is way too slow. And then set pieces are just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I don't know what they're doing in training. Whoever the set piece coach is, he was mentioned there during the chat, he needs to go before Arne Slot. Because the way it is now, I think Arne Slot could just pick someone out of the crowd and say, right, you're the set piece coach, and they do better. It's embarrassing. And it's embarrassing from the players as well. Look, it's not all about blaming a coach. The players need to be better defensively. I mean, that set piece goal from Leeds, the equaliser, they have a man at the back post. You know, he has all the space in the world. Aaron Briggs, Liverpool chat again, thank you very much. Aaron Briggs. I mean, what is he doing on the training ground? I mean, it always bugs me whenever I see Arsenal set-piece coach because he loves the attention. But to be fair to him, the man is doing his job. Honestly. Can anyone tell me, was Aaron Briggs actually there last season? Or is this his first season? Glenn says McAllister has been so poor this season, just looks a totally different player. If this was the season that we signed McAllister, we'd be saying he is one of the worst signings we've ever made. But we know how good he is. Last season he was unbelievable. Last season he was unbelievable. I don't know what has gone wrong with him. Matthew was happy with Wolves. First goal in 5 games, I hear. Apparently. Oh, can you imagine if Man United lost that game? Oh, I don't know why I do this to myself, because I know I'm going to be disappointed in the second half. But sure, anyway. Liverpool chat says Aaron Briggs is in his first season. Well, hopefully this is his last season, because this is absolutely embarrassing. I mean, honestly, if you're fighting relegation, this is not good enough. This is supposed to be Liverpool Football Club, supposed to be dominating the Premier League, competing for the Premier League, competing for the Champions League, and we cannot defend. Derek says everyone has been poor. Change the manager and you'll see the real Liverpool. Hopefully. David, have you heard about the rumour that Fede has fallen out with Slot over his treatment of Salah? That is good. I like that. That is very good. Yeah, of all the players, Salah gets dropped for 3 games and he goes whinging to the press. And Federico Chiesa, I mean, the man should have handed in a transfer request. He should have refused to play. He should have just hit the manager. Not a word out of him. So professional. Aaron says, I don't think it's as simple as changing a manager. Manager doesn't control individual mistakes. That's very true. But is he holding these players accountable? Because by the looks of it, Kanate can score, pick up the ball and just throw it into his own net. And he still won't be dropped. So the manager needs to be able to say to these players, look, lads, if you don't improve, you are going to get dropped. And we haven't seen it. So I do understand absolutely, yeah, the players, you know, they're grown men. These are the Premier League champions. They need to do more themselves. They need to look at themselves. But the manager just doesn't seem to be even motivating them at the moment. Yeah, Carlos agrees. It could be the players aren't responding to Salah. That means he's lost the dressing room. I don't think he's quite there yet. I really don't. I think after what happened with Mo Salah now, I think tomorrow will tell the tale. Are these players going to perform? Would you rather have Europa League or no Europe at all? No Europe at all for me. Just my opinion. Just no. I don't get excited about the Europa League. When Liverpool were in it, do you remember Liverpool were in it under Benitez in what year was that? 2010, 2009 or 2010? And we had a semi-final against Atletico Madrid. And honestly, people, I just couldn't get really excited for it. I just couldn't. No, I obviously wanted Liverpool to win, but I just couldn't. It's to me, it's just such a bad tournament. Now, if Liverpool got to a semi-final, a final, obviously you want them to win it. But for me, I'd rather know Europe, to be honest. Derek agrees, no Europa. Andrew says Europa League just for the cash. Yeah, maybe for the cash, but honestly, you can't get excited for it at all. Actually, I got excited when Spurs beat Man United in the final last season. Although if it was a choice between Europa and Conference League, Jesus. Imagine Liverpool ended up in the Conference League. Dermot asked, do you follow GAA? I'm from Laois. Dermot, I'm from Laois. There is no point. Okay? It's that simple. Aaron says he was frustrated with Slot when he threw the Carabao Cup. Which is coming back to haunt him now. Because it's a trophy. And the way the season is going, it might have been the only trophy we were to win. You know, it was such a poor decision from him. Since when are you a Liverpool fan? Since I was about 9 or 10. So you're talking mid-90s. Roy Evans was the manager when I started supporting Liverpool. Back when Man United were dominating. That's why I absolutely despise them. I always find it funny when people say, oh, but Man United ruined your childhood. No, Liverpool ruined my childhood because they were useless. Michael asked, did Cara say anything about Mo yet? Oh, he did. Oh, he did. He didn't hold back either. I'd say Sky have it on YouTube now. Look it up there. It is good. Vic asked, what made you decide to support them and how did you survive all those years? It was friends. Friends were... where I'm from, there's a lot of Liverpool fans where I'm from. And there was a few friends of mine were Liverpool fans. And for some reason, I couldn't stand Man United. So I wasn't going to support them. And yeah, it was Liverpool. And I've been regretting it ever since. No, joking, of course. But it's been tough. It's been tough. But that's what football is about, people. That's what football is about. The highs and lows. Vic says United ruined your childhood and we have ruined your adulthood. That's a good comment, to be fair to him. Glenn says he supported Liverpool since around 1990. A lot of Liverpool players played for the Republic of Ireland and they were heroes in that World Cup. I mean, those were the days too, weren't they? You had John Aldridge, Ray Houghton, proper players, Ronnie Whelan. Gerrard and Fowler got us through the 90s. Fowler was the main man when I started supporting them. Collymore had signed, I think the season after I started supporting them, they got Collymore. And that partnership was unbelievable. But it only kind of lasted for like a season, maybe 2 seasons. But they were unbelievable. And then my favourite player when I was growing up, and he is actually the first player that I had the name on the jersey. And he was also the last player that I had the name on the jersey because I said never again. And that player, my favourite player, was Michael Owen. Not joking, people. I was obsessed with him. I remember when he made his debut, and I got the name on the back of the jersey, and then he broke my heart like Fredo in Godfather Part 2. Carl says the Newcastle matches, back to back, 4-3s. They were serious games. Serious games. Marlon says, the year I was born, Liverpool won the league under Bill Shankly. The moment I learned this, I was a supporter all the way. I like that because the year I was born, Liverpool won the League Cup, the League, and the European Cup, 1984. Joe Fagan. When I found out, I was supporting Liverpool anyway, but when I found out, I was like, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Liverpool fan since the Long Johns in the 80s. Michael says, legend but a rat. Michael Owen. Honestly, people, I honestly didn't mind him going to Real Madrid. That's how much I loved him. Because I was saying to myself, no, Liverpool are not good enough. Michael Owen, you're a legend. You're too good for us. Go to Real Madrid. Just try something else. We're not going. Real Madrid are not a rival. We're getting money for you. All of that. And even when he came back to Newcastle, I was saying to myself, okay, Newcastle are not a rival. Okay. And we knew that Benitez was the manager, wasn't he? And he didn't want them. Okay. But when he went to Man United, that was it, people. That was it. It was done. It was done. United fans hate Paul Ince for playing for Liverpool. And rightly so. And rightly so. And rightly so. 1984 here too. Carla says Owen was unstoppable at Liverpool. He was unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you this, right, even though, right, this is a true story. So, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not. Okay, so France 98. France 98. So I was 13 at the time, right, as the World Cup was going on. And Michael Owen scored that goal against Argentina. People, I'm not joking you. I celebrated as if I was English. I was so proud of him. I was so happy that this man, a Liverpool player, was the most famous player in the world at the moment. I was so happy for him. And then, as I say, he broke my heart. He broke my heart. He played for United. And you know what really bugs me about him as well? He still doesn't get it. He still doesn't get it to this day. The amount of times I've heard him say in an interview, but why shouldn't I play for United? Should be Egypt. Jackson says the same, and he's Welsh. Yeah, it's the Liverpool thing. As I've always said, international football, as you know, not a big fan. I jump on the bandwagon if Ireland do well. But to me, it's Liverpool. So when I see a Liverpool player do well, even if it's for England, that 95, 96, 97 era of Liverpool was such a massive underachievement for such a talented squad. I remember the year that Liverpool beat Newcastle, the first one, the first 4-3. This sums up Liverpool now. You probably remember it. One of the best games. Newcastle going for the league title. Liverpool won in the last minute, 4-3, Collymore closing in. Liverpool lost to Coventry the following Saturday. I'll never forget. And that summed up that Liverpool team. No consistency. They used to always play well. It wasn't like football is now. If you were on Super Sunday, Monday Night Football, Sky cameras, you're on TV. Liverpool would always turn up for those games. But when it was a Saturday 3 o'clock against a team that they should be beating easy, they always struggled. Man United are in over the bar. And that summed it up. And Liverpool then played United in the FA Cup final in '96. Another day that broke my heart. Liverpool played United, obviously twice in the league that season. Bet them at Anfield 2-0. Got a draw at Old Trafford, 2-2. Eric Cantona got the penalty. Never a penalty. But in the FA Cup final, everybody's saying it's going to be the best FA Cup final in history. It was woeful. Liverpool didn't turn up at all. And then, of course, we had David James in goal. So, yeah, that was tough. That was tough, people. It was a great team. They didn't win anything. They didn't win anything. I mean, Robbie Fowler, his first trophy, wasn't that 2001? I might be wrong with that. Oh, no, sorry, 95. League Cup 95. You know, for as good as Robbie Fowler was, that team was very, very just inconsistent. Tell me your favourite Liverpool match for the last 10 years. Jesus, that's a question and a half. That is a question and a half. Just off the top of my head, I probably need more time to think about it. The one that's come to me quickest was probably when we beat Man United 4-0 at Anfield. People might say the 7-0. I don't say the 7-0. The 5-0 at Old Trafford, yeah, but the 4-0 at Anfield, 2022, we absolutely destroyed them. Remember the Mane pass to Salah? I just thought that was, for 45 minutes, I thought Liverpool that day, under Klopp, I thought that was the peak. I thought we peaked. And then, of course, Champions League final was the last time we actually played well with that team. But that 4-0 for me, I just thought it was just football that was just unbelievable. Derek says Barca at Anfield. The reason I didn't pick that is just I was too nervous. Because if Barcelona had scored one, that was it. We were done. But for drama, yeah, the Barcelona game. But for performance, for me, it was just that 4-0. I just thought it was unbelievable. And it always helps when it's Man United, of course. Michael says Barcelona. Right, be honest with me now, people, right? Be honest with me. Michael says Barcelona. The 4-0. When we lost 3-0, did anybody give us a chance? Did any of you think, this isn't over yet? Because we had serious chances in Barcelona. As good as that Barcelona team were, in the new camp, Liverpool actually had some serious chances. And they should have scored at least 2 goals that night. What about the worst one for you? Or the worst one, well, there's a few. The worst one for me was the Champions League against Real Madrid. I mean, the performance actually wasn't bad, but it was just the defeat. If we're talking performances, I mean, there's too many really. I mean, this season probably. But that was the worst one. The worst defeat. But yeah. Carl says, yeah, he was confident for the second leg because it wasn't a 3-0. It wasn't. And when Dembele missed that chance at the end, I remember thinking, he might regret that. Now, I didn't say it out loud, but I was just thinking to myself, he might regret that. You never know. Three 0 away, flattered Barca, yeah. Hit the post as well. Yeah, it actually wasn't a bad performance in the new camp that night. It really wasn't. United score. How did that happen? The last time I checked, Wolves had the ball. Oh, for fuck's sake, Mbuemo. Please be an offside in here somewhere. Look, defender and goalkeeper talking to each other, which means they fucked up somewhere. When United won the ball back in their own half, that's when I turned away because I was thinking there's no danger here. Is he offside? Of course he's not offside. For fuck's sake, Wolves. That's too easy. Ah, Jesus. Too fucking easy. Idiots. Get yourselves back into the game. No, you're over it again. Embuemo. Man looks he looks older than me. The Karius game. Messi was fuming with Dembele. It was a huge chance. It was pretty much, if he scores that, they get to the final. But 3-0 gave Liverpool a chance. How's that not a foul? Wolves defending like us. Oh, wait till we play them in 3 weeks. We played well in the 3-0 loss there. Messi was on fire. Great free kick. What a free kick that was. Probably one of the best ever. I mean, the replays. I mean, Joe Gomez was millimetres away from it. It was inch perfect. It really was. And that 4-0 was with many injured. That's right, yeah. Salah wasn't playing. Interesting. Divock Origi was playing. Meant to be. Look at your man limping off now. You didn't get the free. There's nothing wrong with you. Losing control of the ball. Oh, Wolves, just get an equaliser, will yous? Don't be annoying me. Origi, what a legend. Where is Origi now? He's not still at Nottingham Forest, is he? Look, United are in again. Wolves, you are annoying me here now. This United team is absolutely terrible. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned the Karius one. I wanted to talk about that. The game against Real Madrid that we lost, right? Gareth Bale, one of the greatest overhead kicks you'll ever see in your life. Phenomenal. Karius should have done better. I'm just going to say it. The man does not put up his hands. I mean, it was like as if he had Jordan Pickford arms. He does not even try to save it. He jumps, but he doesn't do anything with his arms. You're a goalkeeper, man. You are a goalkeeper. I thought you should have done better. Just throwing it out there. But I'm over it. Trust me, I'm over it. I am over it. We ended up winning the Champions League the season after. Things happen for a reason. If Karius had played well that night, Liverpool might have kept him. Even if Liverpool had lost and he played well. Throw to Wolves. This isn't actually a watch-along, people, but still. I think we all have the game on, don't we? What's the likes looking like, people? Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. So close to 7,000 subscribers, people. So close. Go on. Give it to him. Bring on Adama Traore. Bring on Jimenez. Bring on Pedro Neto. Get the band back together. Oh. Oh, fuck yous anyway. Wolves are knocking on the door, lads. Cross it. Do you believe the Carrier's concussion thing? I do. Felt bad for him. No. No. Fair play to Jurgen Klopp. He defended him. No. Not for me. Cross it. Oh, for the love of Jesus. What was that? What was that? Fuck's sake, Wolves, you're annoying me now. Be better off turning that off. Dave says, dear God, I could play up front for Wolves. Who's doing the commentating? Gary, look, Luke Littler in the audience. In the crowd. Who's doing the commentating for that game? Let me guess. Gary Neville. Luke the Nuke. Come on, Wolves, will yous? I knew well that was offside. It's not Gary. Good, I can watch the highlights, so. What did you think of Rio Ferdinand? World Cup thing. I don't know, these ex-Man United players. That ex-Arsenal defender. Who's that? They're fucking annoying me. Why do I do it to myself? I knew well they'd win tonight. That's embarrassing. Liverpool are 10th. 10th in the league now. Absolutely embarrassing. 0 goal difference. With the amount of goals on paper in that team. Oh, it is, Michael. Trust me. It's over. Who's doing the co-commentary? Is it Alan Smith? Alan Smith wasn't a defender though. This isn't supposed to be watch along tonight, people. I just can't help it. They're in again. If they score again, I'm turning it off. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's off. Is he offside? Ah, pissed. Mason fucking Mount. That's it. It's going off now, people. It's going off. Hello, Tina. Welcome to the chat. It's bad timing, to be honest, because Man United have just made it 3-1. I'm turning it off. Not the stream. I'm turning off the match. Can't be watching them. I'll just watch the replay. Who is even looking at him? Look at him. Back post. No one's tracking the run. Oh, talk about keeping a straight line. Mason Mount. Fucking hell. No, it's not offside. It's a mile on. Jesus, Wolves. Oh, piss off. Right, it's off now, people. Let me know if there's another goal. I cannot watch them. I absolutely despise them. Is he offside? No, he's not. Should Slot be sacked? Yep. Tomorrow's a big game for him. If he doesn't win tomorrow... Actually, no, I don't even think he will be sacked if he loses tomorrow. But it's getting very close. Does anyone care we got Barnsley at home in the FA Cup? Was that draw today? That's what's going on here. Is that true? What's going on? Jeez, I'm not looking forward to that one. That's a tough game, lads. That's a tough game. Have you seen the way we were playing? Yeah, we got Barnsley in the FA Cup third round. Chiesa might get a start. No, Barnsley are a good team. Barnsley are a good team, people. I'd say Barnsley were delighted with that one now. Who would you prefer to replace Arne Slot? Well, first of all, I'd love for Arne Slot to get it right. But I don't think he will. So I think it's Xavi Alonso. I've said it before. I mean, Xavi Alonso is probably the obvious one. But for me personally, okay, it's a bit of a mad one. But says Fabregas. I think Fabregas is the next big thing. I think it won't be long before the Premier League gets him. And Liverpool could be there saying we missed out on him. So for me, it probably will be Xavi Alonso. But I would love Cesc Fabregas. If they lose to Man City, he's getting sacked. Larry doesn't want Gerrard. Just keep him away. Barry says reports for Inter starting 11. Alisson, Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai, Ekitike, Isak and Wirtz. That's not bad. Kanate again. I'd rather have Gomez. Other than that, not too bad. Vic says we might need to strategically lose on Wednesday so that Slot stays and you will don't get Alonso. Vic, do you think this is Pep's last season? Let me know. I have a feeling it could be. Win or lose. I think it could be his last season. I kind of hope it is. Haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to leave. The Palace manager would be my choice. I understand what you're saying, absolutely. He's been very good for Crystal Palace, but for me, he's just, I don't know, there's something about him. Liverpool is such a huge club. I think he's a mid-table manager. I know he's won the FA Cup. I know they're up to what, are they fourth? They're up to fourth. Very good season. I'm not saying he's a bad manager, but I think the step up to Liverpool. At least he knows how to organise the defence. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Barry says Glasner will be no good. He only ever plays three at the back. Just Hannah says Glasner plays horrible football. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about him. I just don't like him. I think he's mid-table. I think I said this before. It's like Thomas Frank. When Thomas Frank was at Brentford, unbelievable manager. You look at him in Spurs. He just looks... It's like as if the job is too big for him. When you're at Crystal Palace and you win the FA Cup, I mean, you are seen as a genius. But if you're at Crystal Palace and you lose 4 games in a row, no one's talking about you. No one's mentioning it. I mean, your job isn't even under pressure. Then you win 4 games in a row, you're a genius again. It'd be completely different at Liverpool. Completely different. Yeah, managing Liverpool is a whole different gravy to managing Palace, yeah. Glasner would guarantee us getting Gahey. I don't think he would, because of what went on in the summer. Michael has to head off. Thanks for joining us, Michael. I'll be doing a watch along tomorrow, so hopefully you can join us for that. Liverpool beating Inter Milan 4-0. You heard it here first. I definitely should be on AFTV, shouldn't I? Vic says Inter 3, Liverpool 0. Right, people, I'm going to head off. But before we do, let's have a prediction. Get your predictions in. I'm going to go, I think Liverpool get a result tomorrow night. I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. That's my prediction. So what do you think? Larry says LFTV. Here we go. It should be on AFTV. Absolutely. Right. Carlos says 2-1 to Liverpool. Larry has 3-1 to Inter. Derek has 3-1 to Inter. Barry 2-1 to Liverpool. Carlos 1-1. Steve says a draw. Gary with the 3-1 win. We've had 2-2 tough game. Dave says Milan will beat us 2-0. Thanks for joining us again, Carlos. Thanks, Christine. 2-1 to Liverpool. 2-all. Cheers, Larry. Hopefully you can join us tomorrow. 1-0 Kanate at 96 minute. Overhead kick from 30 yards out. We need Karius in goal for that. We can't win matches with Kanate in the team. 2-0 to Inter. 2-0 to Liverpool. Carl says, you put score on the screen, you'll make those compilation vids. The score does go on the screen for the watch-alongs. Tonight was an unofficial watch-along, if you like. The match was just done in the background. But no, I have the scores on. Still getting used to it. But the last couple of watch-alongs now, the scores have been on. Thanks for joining us, Sean. Dave says, Mo to score the winner. Oh, wait. I tell you one thing. If Liverpool win tonight, or sorry, tomorrow night, it's not going to be a good look for Mo Salah. It definitely isn't. 2-all. What did I say? 1-all. So very few had a clean sheet. Because we can't keep clean sheets. Is there any other score in the match yet? Still 3-1. Why do I do it to myself? Every time they play, I'm thinking, no, they could drop points. Fucking hell. Wolves. Carl says Inter 1 point off top Serie A. Steve, yeah, Gakpo's not playing, Steve. He is out for a couple of weeks, apparently. But by all reports, Arne Slot is still going to play him, even though he's injured. I'm joking. Or am I? You never know. Kanate sometimes gets headers in Europe. Is that defensively or he scores? Because he's not getting headers in the Premier League. Same with Van Dijk. No, both of them scored against Frankfurt, wasn't it? Chiesa to score off the bench. Oh yeah, Chiesa's injured, yeah. Chiesa is he missed training today, yeah. Just logged in as Dave frozen in time. I was reading the comments, people. Reading the comments. You've logged on at the wrong time. I'm heading off. Should we wait for another 10 minutes, I suppose? Still 3-1. Wolves. They're going to beat us in 3 weeks, I guarantee you. Remember when Kanate was man of the match versus Arsenal at Anfield? Good times. Those were the days. Those were the days. Way back in, was it September? Slot to declare himself as player manager and score a last-minute winner. Dave says, just waiting for the Wolves comeback. It's going to be a long wait. I mean, you'd be waiting for years. It's never going to happen. Absolutely useless. But this is what Liverpool deserve. We deserve to be 2 points behind them because we have not been good. And it sums it up. That is unacceptable. 2 points behind that Manchester United team. We're 10th in the league. They're up to 6th. All we had to do was hold on against Leeds. And I wouldn't really have minded that now tonight. Because it would have just meant that United are on the same points as us. No. Couldn't do it. You can guarantee the Wolves will beat us their first win of the season. Just shows you the lack of confidence that we have. Right, people, I'm going to head on. Thanks very much for joining us. The group therapy session, of course. Going to do a watch along tomorrow. Hopefully Liverpool don't at least lose. I take a draw. Draw wouldn't be a bad result. If Liverpool win tomorrow, does that mean they're through to the next round? I think it does. But yeah, as I say, just don't lose, lads. Honestly, just don't lose. Dave says, can't even laugh at United anymore. Salah has even taken that from us. And I enjoyed that, people. I enjoyed that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to head on, people. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you tomorrow evening. So, a good night to you all.